Eagles Rare Whiskey. Is it still good in 2025? We're going to find out in this episode of Whiskeys. So Eagles Rare Whiskey, no doubt, is in a 10-year age Buffalo Trace delicious whiskey. Now, if you notice here, I got two bottles up here. Now, they both look the same when you initially look at them, but if you look close, one has the 10-year age statement on the front, and this one doesn't. But they both have the 10-year age statement on the back. Now, this one, friends of ours, Audrey and Roy, thank you for the anniversary gift. They actually got it from the distillery. Thank you for the anniversary.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
You guys are special. But no, if you notice that there, they put the 10-year age statement on the front. So this is the newer bottle. This is the old one here. And we're going to sample the new bottle. I've had the old one before. See, there's a difference in flavor. Now, Eagles Rare was created basically to compete with Wild Turkey 101. Yep, that's true. In fact, back when it was owned by Seagram's, it used to have a 101 proof point, and it was still aged 10 years. But once Sazerac bought it, they proofed it down to 90, but it became a single barrel-ish.
Like blackish?
Now, why is it a single barrel-ish? Well, because what happens is,
oh boy, here we go.
Most generally speaking, most of these are single barrels. But what happens, let's say, for example, you got two barrels and you're running out of this one, and you got a little bit left. You're going to pour that one in that bottle and fill it up with the new barrel. So you may have one or two bottles with a little bit of both barrels in it, so it's single barrel-ish. And in fact, Japan at one time used to have a 107 proof whiskey, aged 15 years. Can you imagine how that tasted? Oh my goodness. 107 proof, aged 15 years? If you know anybody that would like to do a trade,
okay,
I'll give you this one.
Oh, really?
For the 107 15 year, because I heard it's not that good. So don't open it.
That sounds like a good
Send
deal.
it to me and we'll take care of it. Don't
you
worry
won't?
about it.
Oh,
but
okay.
Let's get into this. Let's go ahead and give it a crack. This Eagles Rare. And like we mentioned, it is 10 years.
This guy repeats himself a lot, I
It is
see.
by Buffalo Trace. It is owned by
irritating.
Sazerac. It used to be owned by Seagram's, but it's now owned by Sazerac. And we're going to try to give it a crack here. One thing about Buffalo Trace, they sure know how to put some good foil on their bottles. Let's go ahead and give it a crack and see how it sounds. I hear that pop. That's what we like to hear. Now, I mentioned from the beginning, I have had Eagle Rare before. This is my second bottle that I'm actually opening. And so that's a nice, huge floral note you get from there. You get nice floral, almost like some grape jelly, and a huge wave of honey. So I get floral, jelly, grape jelly, and honey is what I get on the nose. Let's see what we get on the palate. Man, oh man. I personally love Eagle Rare. And you almost forget how delicious it is. The first thing you're going to get, especially from this bottle, this is phenomenal. This comes directly from the distillery. Thank you, Audrey and Roy. Man, you guys did a good pick on
What
this.
a kiss up.
But
This
you
guy.
get a huge grape note that comes right through from the tip of your tongue. It tastes just like grape juice almost. And then you get a honey, and I taste a little tea in there. It's got a little tang.
Tang. What if he's talking about this stuff right here?
Probably not.
Yeah. There's a little oak. You can taste the oak on the side. It's not really a finish at all, almost. There's a little bit of finish. You're starting to feel it now. Yeah. But it's just a really delicious whiskey. So if you're looking for something really sweet, like a dessert whiskey, this is what you want. A lot of people like this because it's really sweet, and I'm gonna be honest, I really enjoyed it. It is a nice, enjoyable, easy sipper. You go to it and you just You just enjoy it. It's a good summer whiskey too.
Isn't it wintertime?
It's kind of light on the tail, so to say.
Light on the tail.
But the flavors
What
are
is he
all
talking
there. You
about?
get that grape juice. You're gonna get that toffee note. Get a little tea and a honey that drove that falls through there. That is really, really, really delicious. That's why I consider Buffalo Trace my favorite distillery, because everything they put out to me is really top notch. I mean, from the Blantons to the standard Buffalo Trace, to the William Larurella, to the Stag Jr., to the George T. Stag. And then also this one comes from the same mash bill as the E.H. Taylor, George T. Stag, Stag Jr., and Buffalo Trace. It comes from all those same mash bills. It's mash bill number 1, which is like a lower rye mash bill. And so it's definitely one of my favorite whiskeys to go for. And look for in either the end of February or March, I'm going to do a Buffalo Trace battle.
Oh, that should be really nice.
All of the whiskeys I own from Buffalo Trace, I'm going to have a battle to see which one my palate enjoys more. And I've already had the review of Blanton's versus Buffalo Trace Standard Bourbon, and Blanton's won that one. But look forward to March or the end of February. We're going to do a Buffalo Trace battle.
This guy.
And so thank you once again for joining us on Whiskey Eats. And like we always say, please always drink moderately and responsibly. Y'all take care. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, man. This was a phenomenal pick. Thank you. Ditto.